Yeah, so typical day is not a thing, and it really depends on the team that you're on. So my team, there is no typical day because I work for an industry team within my company. I work for the not-for-profit industry, and the way we function as a team is that instead of doing one project at a client, so typically in management consulting, what is not uncommon is that you will go to the client, let's say on a Sunday night, you'll spend the week there, you'll work on whatever it is that you're working on, and then you'll come back either Thursday night or Friday. My team doesn't travel as much, we go as needed. A lot of our clients don't have the budget to just fly us out and put us up in hotels every single night of every single week. But as a result, we do smaller projects and we'll do many of them. So instead of having one project that just goes over and over and it's the same each week, or it just progresses as the project goes on, right now I'm sitting on 3 different projects. So I think the better example would be a project that I'm working on now, and it's actually applicable to higher education. I work in the not-for-profit and higher education practices. So our client is a fairly well-known university, and we work on a cadence with them where we help them improve processes. So right now, the project that I'm working on is we're going through their financial aid process. So I got there, I didn't know anything about financial aid. I mean, I knew everything from the student side. I had gone through schooling, but from the university side, it was just so enlightening to me that I sat with them like, oh, that's how that works. And I also realized like, oh, I could have done things differently as a student. So you learn a little bit there. But basically what we'll do on the project, and depending on where you are in the project, determines what your day looks like. But we'll sit with people throughout, we'll sit with management, we'll get the overview, and then we'll speak to different people in the departments to hear how their processes work and the things that are going well and the things that are going not so well. And as a team, we'll kind of reconvene and just iterate with them and find places where we think that they can do things a little bit better. There's also an internal audit component to what I do. It's not the only thing, but it's a risk analysis where we'll also punch holes and we'll say, let's say we'll test something and they'll say their policy says that no student with X income gets such and such scholarships or loans or whatever the situation might be. So we'll get a lot of information from them and we'll test that and we'll make sure that that's actually the case. And let's say we'll take 50 samples and we'll say, well, in the 50 samples, 7 of them didn't meet with your school criteria. So that's usually the middle of a project that we'll do. And then at the end of a project, which I happen to be in like a meeting, hitting the deadlines now, is where we'll put our deliverables together. So once we come up with, let's say, our observations and our recommendations of whatever it is that we want to what we think that they should implement, we start putting it together as a report, whether it's a PowerPoint or a Word document, whatever it is. We'll consolidate all of the information from the previous 2-3 months of our project. So I'm doing a lot of that now. So that's an example of what a project might look like.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.